How many times have you went online and looked up a restaurant before you ever stepped foot inside? Typically a lot. Usually the first thing that a customer does is look at the reviews. But how much weight do we put behind those reviews? Usually, if a restaurant can carry a 4+ star rating, then we typically view that restaurant as being a good restaurant. Now, let's say we sit down, we dine in at this restaurant, we have a good experience. Our food's amazing, the customer service is amazing, we enjoy our time. We go home, we may tell a few friends about it, but how likely are you to leave a review afterwards? Not very likely. However, let's say you go to the same restaurant, have a horrible experience, your food is bad, the wait is long, and the employees are disgruntled. Are you going to leave a bad review? Probably so. Most people do. This is why online review management is so important. It's the first thing that people see when they look up your restaurant without ever stepping foot inside. It makes a very big first impression, and it can often be what deters people away from your restaurant without ever even knowing what's inside. Okay, so now you understand the importance of these online review managements. But what do you do now? Who do you talk to? You don't want somebody coming in and changing every single aspect of your restaurant that you've worked so hard to create. You still want to hold the power of your restaurant, but you just want to improve it. That's where Restaurant Revamp comes in. Restaurant Revamp is a consulting firm that was created by a group of students who had to work on a project together. The project was for them to work with a local restaurant on online review management, and after finding great success, the restaurant owner stated to the group that they did not rebrand his restaurant, they revamped his restaurant. Hence, Restaurant Revamp was born. The goal of Restaurant Revamp is to improve operation efficiency, customer experience, and online presence. Here at Restaurant Revamp, we are a Georgia-based business, which means we're familiar with the clientele, the environment, and the competition of the area around you. This means you can have peace of mind knowing that we are taking all the elements into consideration when we look at your restaurant and advise you on all the things you might need to do. This also lets you know that we're going to make sure that the special touches that are on your place stay in place. We want your restaurant to remain yours. We just want to help you improve it. So I tell you all this information, but who am I? Hi, my name is Emily Patterson, and I'm a founder and consultant here at Restaurant Revamp. I have a degree in marketing management with a specialization in small business management, as well as 10 years of experience in the restaurant industry. This means that not only do I understand the fundamentals that it takes to have a good business from an educational standpoint, but I also know all that it takes from the internal standpoint as well. I understand what a customer needs to be happy. I understand what managers need to perform their duties, and I understand what business owners want in order to be successful. This means that no detail is getting overlooked, and I am able to understand all the different aspects at once to ensure that nobody is getting left behind. What makes Restaurant Revamp different from other consulting firms is we don't use a template to tell you what you should be. Instead, we value all the things that make your restaurant unique and different. We value honesty, expertise, and community, which means that we will be transparent with you the entire time. We hold all of our consultants up to the highest standard to ensure that they can provide you with the best problem-solving solutions for any issues that may arise. We're people for the people. We want your business to thrive because when your business thrives, the community thrives. When we're all thriving, everybody is happy. So let's talk about the restaurant a little bit. Backwoods Steakhouse is located in Tallapoosa, Georgia, and they have been in business for around 20 years. During the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, however, the owner did sell to a new owner and it was reopened in 2022. They did keep all the same family recipes and a lot of the same menu items. However, since it is a new owner, I will be focusing in on the reviews from 2022 moving forward. Backwoods is known for their steaks, their possum drops, and their seafood entrees. They have a lot of people who leave reviews that speak very highly of their build your own salad bar, and people also love to mention the homey atmosphere that they get in the environment. On the back porch, you're able to go and sit and view the field that surrounds the area that does have emus, which you can also pay to feed. Some of the local competitors include Santa Fe, Longhorn, and Texas Roadhouse. And although these are all close competitors, they do differ in a few different ways. Santa Fe is a Mexican restaurant, therefore the cuisine is just entirely different. Longhorn and Texas Roadhouse are a little bit further away, and they are also chain restaurants, which takes away from that at-home feel that you get when you're at Backwoods. So let's take a moment to look at some strengths based off of some reviews. Some people have mentioned in several reviews that they have an amazing salad bar, that the steaks are always cooked to perfection, and that the shrimp is just right. They also mentioned that the rolls are always warm, and that a lot of people have referred to this place as a hidden gem. Another strength I noticed is the staff. Many reviews mention that there is a friendly staff who all know how to work together and they make you feel comfortable like you're at home. One review even stated that they would come back based off of the service alone. This is very important because your staff is the face of your restaurant. This can make or break an entire dining experience. Another strong strength of backwoods is their environment. This is great because an environment is kind of hard to change at times. From the back porch, you're able to see this field with all the emus, but on the front porch that wraps all the way around, they have Connect Four, chess, and large Jenga. This allows the customers to have things to do while they wait for their table, but also it helps create that homey environment that makes you feel welcome. A lot of people mention that it's a great place for a date night, and it's so nice because it's off the beaten path. With strengths also comes weaknesses. One of the weaknesses I've noticed is a lot of people complain of having a long wait time for tables as well as food once they're seated. This gives people a while to sit there and ponder and think about how their experience is truly going. It's very important to cut down on these wait times. Another thing that I noticed is food pricing. Many people mention that the pricing has gone up, however, the quality of the food has gone down in the sense of the steaks are cut thinner and then the fish has a fishy odor to it that was not previously there. Another weakness is the current management. A lot of people mention that it's just not the same, that they don't get that welcoming, friendly feeling that they used to get with the previous owner. The new management tends to not be apologetic for the long waits, the wrong orders, or bad tasting food. They also do not respond to reviews online on Facebook or on Google at all, and if they have responded to any, it's very few. This is a very crucial detail because people need to be able to complain and let their voice be heard and know that there's something being done about it. So with these strengths and these weaknesses come a few benefits. Good food is what keeps people coming back. And it seems like the food is good, however, it just seems like the cooks need to prepare it properly. Another important detail is the salad bar. The salad bar is a great way to keep people happy while they're having these long waits in between the time they sit down to the time they get their food. However, it's only going to be effective if the salad bar is stocked and fresh and up to their standards. These are small things that can make a big difference whenever a customer is having to wait for their food. In today's economy, a lot of suppliers are cutting back on their sizes of meat. They're given thinner cuts for the same prices as previous years in order to cut back on their own expenses, which we understand. However, your cooks need to be able to prepare that food accordingly due to the fact that it's thinner. It does not need to be cooked the same. It does need a little bit of adjustment. Along with those wait times comes your wait staff. Your wait staff needs to be able to communicate thoroughly what is happening and how long the waits are going to be. When the customer arrives and you say it's going to be a 5 minute wait, but they wait 20 minutes for a table, and then they sit down and have to wait an hour for their food, it makes them feel like they're not being heard, they're not being seen, and they're getting overlooked, especially when other tables are being served around them. That also plays into the atmosphere of the room. If your wait staff is being friendly and being able to communicate and be tentative to their tables, then that makes them feel welcomed and feel comfortable in the space. The managers also need to be going around to tables and speaking with the customers, building that clientele, creating relationships. The other owners owned this business for 15 years prior. They were able to build a community and build loyal customers who knew them like family. The manager needs to go around and do the same. Create that clientele, build those relationships, make everybody feel welcome, and also hear what they have to say. If they have a complaint about something, hear them and take it at value so that way you're able to do something with it in return. So, taking all of these weaknesses and these strengths and looking at all the reviews, we're able to come up with some opportunities. By enhancing your experience with training, giving each person the specific training they need for their role, whether it's the wait staff being able to communicate how long their wait is going to be for their tables, or being able to prepare the cooks to understand how they need to cook each kind of meat. There's also a communication between the cooks and the wait staff to coordinate how long waits are going to be in between the time that a table sits down to the time that they receive their food. Management also needs to work on its communication, not only with the waitstaff, but also to be able to respond to reviews. It's important that people know that when they leave that review, it is being read and being seen by the owner and that it's being taken seriously. When it's a great review, you know what you're doing well. When it's a bad review, you know what you need to work on. These are very important things that can really help benefit the business. The three threats that are related to this is the long drive, the pricing, and the small local clientele. The long drive is a very important factor because why is somebody going to drive from Carrollton, where there's a Longhorns right downtown, all the way to Tallapoosa for a steak if the steak is not going to be any better quality? Same goes for pricing. If people are making this long drive, they're going out of their way to come here. The cut of meat may not be the best, but maybe they love the environment. Well, if the price keeps coming up, the quality keeps coming down, and the environment is dwindling due to the new ownership, then why would we continue to come to this restaurant? Finally, the small local clientele. Although that there is not very many restaurants in Tallapoosa, there is the local Mexican restaurant, and Bremen is just about 15 minutes of a drive. For some customers, it is closer to drive to Bremen than it is to drive to the restaurant. So why would they drive all the way to the restaurant in order to have a steak if it's not going to be good quality, the pricing is not going to be good, and the service isn't going to be great when they could go to Bremen and get something better? These three things make a very important bundle of items that need to be addressed in order to continue to succeed. This is a brief overview of the SWOT analysis that I just covered. This has the strengths, the weaknesses, opportunities, and threats listed out in a brief manner so that it's easy for reference. In conclusion, it is crucial for Backwoods' success to maintain these positive reviews. This is the first thing that many people see prior to coming to your restaurant, so being able to have good reviews across platforms gives you the foot in to be able to get a new customer. Having that hometown feel, good quality food, and friendly service gives you a competitive advantage and keeps them coming back. I really enjoyed being able to expand and perfect the brand's image, and you can contact me at 770-123-4567 or at restaurantrevamp.com. For your convenience, this will also be listed on the promo items so that if you think about any questions or concerns you have after this presentation, you will be able to reach us. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and we look forward to working with you.